A mobile phone found on the alleged hitman suspected of the Lyons chief's execution holds key information on the hit, including the link to the Daniel clan, according to sources. It's understood the device was seized last Friday by detectives who arrested the man suspected of shooting dead Ross Monaghan and Eddie Lyons Jr. in Monaghan's bar in Fuengirola last month. And sources say the handset contains data tying him to gangsters in Scotland, suspected of having directed or orchestrated the double assassination. The potential evidence could open the door to the real possibility of the crime having been planned by Scottish-based rivals of the Lyons gang. One source said, "A phone in a crime like this will be gold dust to investigators." It's said to contain info linking the murders back to Scotland and to the wider Daniel crime organisation. It appears Police Scotland weren't made aware of this discovery and they're out of the loop. It's not a good look for them. That's why there's this bizarre situation where cops here are saying it's not linked to the Daniels and Lyons war, but police in Spain are adamant that it is. Well, just 3 days after the double execution in Fuengirola, Police Scotland put out a statement saying they believed that there was no link to the ongoing turf war taking place across Scotland. However, earlier this week, their Spanish counterparts said something completely different. They said that the man they were looking to extradite for the double shooting in Fuengirola had links to the Daniels crime family. But Police Scotland are standing by what they said before and say there are no links to the Daniels, a view shared by Monaghan's family. A relative of the murdered gang boss said earlier this month, "The one thing people need to know is the Daniels are not behind this." It's now believed they may have been getting this info from officers in Scotland who have been unaware of the phone discovery. Assistant Chief Constable Stuart Houston said this week, "We are not aware of any current evidence which suggests the deaths of these two men in Spain are linked to the recent criminal attacks in Scotland being investigated as part of Operation Portalage." Last night, an underworld source backed the Spanish police conclusions over who was behind the Monaghan's bar shooting of the Lyons' top men. And he warned the bloodshed is certain to continue as Scotland's warring gangs seek payback amid the worst escalation of underworld violence in years. The carnage began back in March amid claims Dubai-based gangster Ross Monaghan sought revenge after blaming jailed Mark Richardson's associates for using fake notes in a dodgy £500,000 cocaine deal. Our insider said, "This war is going to get worse because everyone is convinced the Daniel mob sent the Liverpudlian hitman who was part of the bigger UK-wide network. He's an associate who is linked to a mob who have supplied Daniels and Mark Richardson with drugs and guns." The Daniels have worked with Liverpool for years, so both camps have tentacles everywhere. The Lyons and the Irish Kinahan associates are reeling from this. And it's claimed the price tag being offered for attacks and rivals dwarfs the £10,000 which was paid to notorious Scots hitman Sean Orman for blasting T2 star Bradley Welsh to death. Orman gunned down Welsh with a shotgun outside the former boxer's pad in the capital in April 2019. Our source added, "The money they're talking about for the lives of the top guys means it'll only be a matter of time before there is more bloodshed. Police will know that as soon as there is an established link, that will come next. Look what happened for a few silly robberies. There's a lot of money being put on certain heads from Stephen Bonzo Daniels' camp, and it makes what Sean Orman got for Brad Welsh look like pennies. Now this has happened, it won't end until one camp is wiped out."